Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Oblix here, back with you today from Project Ozone 3. How in the heck is everybody doing up in here today? So guys, last time we worked on enhancing our mob farm a little bit, and we got some more work to do over there, but we are not going to do that today. The stuff we're going to do today is going to lead towards that. Now, I have done a little bit of work off camera, not a whole lot, and basically expanded these rooms out a little bit. So we got some more room over there, we got some more room over there, and I've reworked these machines just a little bit, not a whole lot. I have switched over to the thermodynamics item ducts just because they're less likely to connect to things and cause me issues. Or I could. I went ahead and left the embers rekindled item pipes on these chests because these chests consume a lot of resources at one time. See, and these pipes are very, very quick, where these item ducts are, as you can see, very, very slow. But they're perfect for what we're doing with these guys. So I've got this guy. He is still producing, from cobble. Remember, there's cobble gen under the floor. And he's producing gravel, which he's sending over here, which is getting sieved right there. And occasionally byproduct is some sand, which is getting sent here and getting turned into dust, which is getting sieved over here. And that was the way it was from the get-go. What I did do is, because I wanted to get a little more dust going, I've got us a cobble gen up here producing, what am I trying to say? Gravel. The gravel is producing sand. The sand is turning into dust, and then the dust is coming around down into here. Now you will see these machines are off because the secondary is full on this one and almost full on that one. So what I have to do is I have to come in here and I have to pull stuff out like this to get it to work again. Now it'll start cranking, the gravel to dust, gravel to sand, sand to dust, yada yada yada, all the way through. You'll see a little dust coming out down and getting sieverated down there. We are going to address this today because it's annoying. Now I did find there's one resource that cannot be gotten from dust or gravel. I thought everything could be, but there is one resource that you must sieve sand to get, and that is this little guy right here, which is zinc. The only way to get zinc is sieving sand. Well, the only way realistically I have right now is sieving sand. So I've got these cobble gens, got another cobble gen under the floor, going into this guy, pumping the cobble in, turning it into gravel. Byproduct is occasionally sand, so I've got the sand pumping out up here and going straight in. But he's sending the gravel over here, which is getting turned into sand and getting shoved off over here. But again, you see, same problem we have over there. The machine shut down when that secondary gets full. Now I've added another set over here that we're going to be using today, and I have expanded the room off this way. So we now have 1, 2, 3 additional sections, and we're going to be working in this section today. I want to start with the making of the deal to get rid of the secondary, and that is this guy here. And unfortunately I only put 1 in there because I don't know, I'm brain damaged. I should have put, what was it, 3? We need 1 for this guy, and we need 1 for, we don't need 1 there, we need 1 for this guy, so we need at least 2, 3, 4, right? No, this guy, not that guy. 1, 2, 3, we need 3. Dang it, where's my brain? And I only made 1, but as you can see, they're relatively cheap. So it's just the Invar nuggets we made Invar last time and a lava bucket, and that will get us the Nullification chamber. Now we can't use this yet until we make one of these, which is a hardened upgrade kit. And you can see that's just Invar, a bronze ingot, which is 4 bronze ingots. No, yeah, 4 bronze ingots. The bronze is made out of copper and I believe tin. Then you've got the redstone. So what we can do is take this guy over here. Oh, and that was a quest. Fantastic. We can drop him on this machine here. You see you get the little colored corners. Now if you click on this machine beside it that we haven't upgraded and I click on the augmentations, nothing happens. I'm clicking, nothing. But now that we've upgraded and I click on augmentation, I've got one slot. Well, guess what you do with this? Boom. And what that's going to do now is nullify anything above 64 that happens to come in here and allow this machine to keep running, which is exactly what we're wanting. You can see the items are now flowing. So I need to make 2 more of those for these guys here, and that will keep them going as well. I'll do that probably off camera here because we're short on time today and I want to get through a bunch of stuff. Now, first thing we're going to need for today, well, I guess I should tell you what I want to do. I want to make quartz because, as you can see, we don't sieve quartz. It's one thing we just don't get. And I want to start getting some because a lot of the things we're needing require quartz. So, to do that, we're going to have to make a whole series of things because we need to sieve soul sand. And we're going to have to make soul sand. So first thing we're going to need is a thermal expansion machine frame, or device frame. We made these last time, so no big deal there. And we're going to put that right here with some glass, a bucket, some iron gears. That's just 4 pieces of iron and a cross. And the redstone servo, that's just redstone and I think silver or iron. I forget which one of those two. It's cheap and easy. We're going to make this aqueous accumulator. Now this guy is going to get us water. Now for it to work, it must be surrounded by water. So I just put water in a cross pattern, like so. Pull it out here, and you see, bloop, it's now full. Now the more water you have around it, the faster it fills up. Simple, easy peasy. And we're pushing out up top, which is exactly what we want. And we're going to pipe that into, we've got all our resources here. We're not going to need these, but we are going to need all of this. So let's go ahead and just hotbar that. We're going to pipe that into one of these here buckets, well, barrels, right there. And that barrel needs to be on a piece of dirt. And we're going to do something special with that piece of dirt here soon. Why do I have a chunk of lead? I must have grabbed it by accident. We're going to do something special using these ancient spores eventually, but not right now. So because that way if I need to move this to clean up how it is, I'm not wasting that. So we got our fluid ducts, make sure we got the right ones. And we're going to get our servo going here. Boom. Now you can see the water flowing through, filling up beautifully. Excelente. Now, we are trying to make witch water, which is this kind of darky blue stuff here. So you see water in a stone barrel on top of mycelium, which is where that ancient spore comes in, will get you witch water. So I think we want to... I'm hesitant to put the mycelium there because I don't know if if we got to move things that causes us issues. Remember, because we don't have silk touch, it's going to turn back into dirt, and I don't want to waste the spores. But let's go ahead and make a drum. To store witch water. I don't know if we're going to have enough to justify a drum at the end of the day. If we do, great. If we don't, so be it. So we can toss this here. Yeah. And we can toss one of them there, and we can toss that there, turn that on. That is not what I wanted. Dang it, Bobby. Okay, let's break that. Or how much water did we get in there? 21 buckets already? You crazy talk. We got a drum over here with water in it. And what I'll do is just drain this drum back out again. Yeah, here's our water drum. So what I'll do is I'll place these guys side by side. Which one's the fuller? 102, 21. So we want to go from the 21 to the larger. And that should, yeah, there we go. We see it draining down there in the bottom left corner. Almost empty. Perfect. Now we got a nice empty drum again. In case you make the same silly mistakes I make, now you know how to fix them. So we are going to have to go ahead and make some witch water, because I need to set a filter. So let's go ahead and waste an ancient spore. Not waste, but use. Hopefully we don't have to move this. And we see we click the block and the block turns into mycelium. If we mouse over up here, you see it says transforming. It is super duper slow. So what I might do is actually have a line of these producing mycelium. Maybe I'll do it over here and have like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 of them. Just all producing mycelium. You see this guy is definitely keeping up with the water, but this guy is just, we're at 5%. I mean, it is that slow. But while that works and does its thing, let's go ahead and see about other things we can set up, because we're going to need more than just this. We'll set that there for the time being. So let's go ahead and look at quartz. There we go. Quartz. Now, to make this stinking stuff is a complete pain in the buttocks. You need soul sand. And soul sand on a diamond sieve will get you quartz at 100%, but it will also give you occasional gas tears. So we're going to need soul sand. Now to make soul sand, again, lots of different ways, but we don't have access to any of these right now. So we're going to have to put witch water into a stone barrel with a piece of sand. We'll get you soul sand. That means we need another sand processing unit, just like this setup. So I can build it right here. I'm going to have to move this up or back, kind of like I did with this one over here, where I sent that line behind around like so, because we can't allow it to connect to anything. So I can set up a sand processing unit here. We can pipe the sand around. Maybe have a row of mycelium generators right here. Or witch water generators with the mycelium underneath. And maybe have a row of where we're dumping the sand into the witch water. Though I don't think we're going to need that many of those. We'll probably just need one, because I don't think the witch water is going to keep up very well. So yeah, what I'm probably going to do, since I only have 8 more spores, if we sieve dirt, I think is how we get these guys. Ancient spores. I'm pretty sure it's sieving dirt. Yeah, just sieve dirt with a string mesh, which we have one over at the other side down there. I'm probably just going to sieve a bunch of dirt and see if we can't get some more spores. And I want to lay out, like I said, a line of these all producing witch water, so we can make as much as we can as fast as we can. And again, it's still not going to be very fast. We're only at 39%, so it's still a very, very slow process. So the more I lay out, the better off we're going to be. So I need to get to work. I also need to make another one of those destructificators that we made over here in this guy. I need to make at least 2 more of these right here, the nullification chambers, and the upgrades for these guys as well. So I got a little bit of work cut out for me, a little grindy work. No big deal. Got our string mesh over here. Yep, right there. So I will start pulling out the stacks on stacks of dirt we have in here, and I think we have some more in here, a little bit. And I can always make more just by putting these, leaves and stuff up here and it'll make more dirt. And then I'm going to go ahead and mine for spores, make some nullification chambers, set up some more witch water, and I will bring you back. Alright, I have done some things. We've got all of our stone barrels in all the way across, and I've got the extraction fluiducts in with the servos, and then I've got the fluiducts on the other side pushing the water in. So all these are now witch water. Let them just sit here and work while I was working on this guy, which looks very similar to that guy because it is identical to that guy, other than a little more compact. And I'm only using one cobble gen. This is actually the first time I've used just one cobble gen. Normally I have that cobble gen on the wall right there is actually producing the cobblestone to make all the power. And then we've got a cobble gen under the floor for making whatever material we want. Here I went with a little more compact design where this cobble gen pushes straight up in here to make the sand, and then if you can see it back in here without me burning my toes off, it's also pushing into the crucible here to make the lava. And where did this go? I had item, or I did have fluid ducts. Why did I, where'd my fluid ducts go? Did I take those off? Maybe I take those off. Maybe I'm stupid. Okay, we need to fix that because we're gonna run out of power. Now this crescent wrench, easy to make. It's a couple pieces of iron, I think a piece of tin or something like that, and it will allow you to disconnect stuff like that. Where are my fluid ducts? Man, I may not have enough fluid ducts now. I may have to go make some myrrh. I should still have enough servos. I think I made an extra servo or two. So let's turn this on. And there you go. You know what? These can't handle lava. That's what it is. I forgot about that. They break if you feed hot fluids through them, right? Will break if contents are extremely hot. Yep, that's what it is. Dang it. Okay. Contents may be any temperature, so I'm going to have to make the hardened fluid ducts for the lava, which is just the invar in the glass. Okay, no problem. We can do that. And I'll take care of that in a minute. I want to go ahead and get working on this stuff. I'm glad I saw that before I lost those other fluid ducts. I was like, I know I put those there. What the heck? I heard an explosion earlier, and I was like, creeper? It sounded like a creeper explosion. And I went and I'm looking around like, what the heck blew up? And I didn't see nothing. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I totally forgot about those. Do not handle hot fluids. Okay. So let's get our stone barrels going. I want to put them here. Make sure that's far enough. I want a 1 block gap between those. We do. Perfect. I think I'm going to go with 5 to start with. I think that'll be enough. We shall see. And yeah, I'm not sure if I like them floating like this, but we'll deal with it for now. Now we need to get the sand over here. Is that in the middle? It needs to be in the middle. Otherwise, bad things. Yeah, okay, that is the middle. Item ducts, yes. So we're gonna come up and over and then across. Like, oops, where's my jump? There's my jump. Boom. Nope, come on. Come on. Perfect. And boom. Excellent. Now these should not push any sand in yet because there is no witch water in there. We need to get the witch water in there. Now in order to do that, remember we had the little problem where if we turn this on, regular water can flow through. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to take one of them here buckets, and I'm going to get us a bucket full of witch water. That should be done. Yep. And I'm going to open this up. Make sure it's set to white list, which should say only this resource, only witch water, can pass through. Let's turn this on and see if that is the case. Of course, that's going to do witch water buckets, and I really don't want witch water buckets, because that's not going to do what I want it to do. Well, let's let this convert and see if it does. I'm used to other mods that will actually just show the fluid right here, not the bucket. You know, we're going to have to wait and see. So let's let that process. In the meantime, we're going to make it work one way or the other. So we can go ahead and take our... We can just throw a Yaba barrel down. Oh, dang it. I meant to put a Yaba barrel in place right here. Let's go ahead and do that. Just kind of as a buffer, right? For extra sand. So if we just do that. And now that sand should start flowing. It'll fill up this Yaba barrel. If I shift right click, I can say do the display bar, which I prefer, so we can see how full it gets. There we go, starting to get some sand. That red bar will start turning green. You see the tiniest little sliver of green here. And you can still shift and see the actual number. So we got 90 in there already. 91 will go, it'll buffer up to 4,000 and then shut down. We really don't need this. I think these are going to be able to keep up just fine, but I do like having buffers and things. Let's go ahead and put a servo on here. Turn it on, so once these get witch water, those will go. And let's get our fluid ducts in place. And pipe these in like so. And we're just going to bring them straight down like that. And this guy is going to need a servo as well. Nope. There. On. So as soon as witch water hits here, it'll flow down here and start processing. Now, for whatever reason, these are out producing the witch water, you know, versus the soul sand. We can, or if we decide to shut it down for some reason, we can buffer witch water in here, which will be great, because it is useful for some other things. Let's see. We will then need to get the soul sand out of here and into here. So we're going to use item ducts for that. Because again, I don't expect it to be something that needs to be very quick. I think it's fine if it's a little bit slower, because the rate at which we're producing witch water is pretty slow. So we're going to need item ducts for that. Why is that not? Why? Weird. No stack. Okay. Very peculiar. Let's get these in here. We're going to need these servos. And go boop, 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 and boop, boop. And then we're just going to turn these on. Shouldn't have to worry about pulling out the... Ooh, we're starting to get some witch water in here. Oh, did it work? It worked. Okay. Excellent, excellent. I was a little worried it might not. Perfect. Okay, so we turn these on. Now notice it did fill up, you know, it spread it across all the barrels versus just filling up one barrel and being done. Because this, dang it, this, that barrel produced 1 bucket of witch water. So it took that 1 bucket and divided it by 5. So we got 20% of the bucket in each one of those. I would rather that go to 1. And I don't think I can do it with this servo. I think the next servo up, I can actually tell it to round robin or go to the nearest, or there's some other options there. But I guess with all the witch water cranking, it won't be that bad. How are we doing on sand? Excellent. So I need to go set this filter for all of them because it is working. Fantastic. I can turn this on. You'll see the witch water go out, new water, fresh water come in. And once we get 5 of these, we should have... important to make sure it's on whitelist. If you have it on blacklist, it's not going to work. So whitelist. Make sure to put the bucket in there. Perfect. Nope, nope, don't turn it on yet. Dang it, I was about to screw up. Whitelist, then on. There we go. Yeah, if I were to turn it on first, it would suck out the... Well, I guess it would still suck out the witch water. But then it would try to suck out the water. And that would cause us some issues, I think. There we go. Ooh, am I not going to be able to get over there? Okay, fine. Fine, game, be that way. Still need to get those in place. Okay. Witch water, and you see it doesn't consume your bucket. Whitelist. It just gives it back to you, which is handy. Apparently we have 2 witch waters in there. Notice how, I can fill this up, but if I click it, it just disappears. I'm not getting these buckets back. They're not real. They're phantom. They're just placeholders, right? Letting the machine know what items you wish to filter on. So let's put this there. And last one. Ooh, I was about to screw up again. Really got to pay attention to what you're doing in here. You're going to make silly mistakes. Oh, look, our sand is flowing. Oh, let's get up here. Oh, look at that. Soul sand is flowing. Nice. Yeah, the sand turns into soul sand like super fast. It just goes in, comes out, boom. The soul sand does this little ant march across, and we're going to see it process in here in just a second. There we go. We see it sieving the soul sand. Excellent. So that should start getting us some quartz. Oh, that's a beautiful sight. Beautiful sight. So it looks like we can do about 5 at a time. And the nice thing is once one of these gets full, it'll automatically kick out enough sand to address. So these 2 are about to get some sand. And the other 3 just got full, so we'll see 3 more sand kick out. That's a beautiful little system. I dig it. So there's our 2 little soul sand cruising. If we come over here, we should now have some quartz. And we haven't gotten any gas tiers yet. Can quartz? Yes. I figured it could. Be compressificated. So gas tiers will have to go up here. And that will be amazing. We do need to lock these drawers. Do our regular upgrades and all, put void upgrades, all that stuff. So, yeah, we got a system that actually is working. Perfect. I do need to fix that. So we're producing sand. We're producing witch water from water. Well, we're gathering water. We're producing witch water. We're combining the witch water and the sand, turning it into soul sand, and then shooting that over here, sieving it, turning it into quartz. That's a lot of work for some quartz, let me tell you. I mean, all this whole entire room is for making quartz. And it makes it really, really slow. But hey, it works. Free quartz, what you gonna do? So let me look into, we need to make that hardened. Yeah, this is the one. Nope. Hardened fluid duct. Yep, can be any temperature. So we're gonna need some Invar, and we need that that hardened glass. So Invar's not a problem. 2 of those. We have plenty of Invar that I made up the other day, and we'll need to make some snazzy glass. There we go, hardened glass. We need 2 obsidian, some pyrotheum dust, and some lead dust. Well, whatever. Yeah, lead, obsidian. You get the mix. So let's get some obsidian crushing. No, we probably have some more from last time. Oop. Got a new mouse and using a new keyboard, and is getting me a little twistificated. That was 3. Let's go ahead and make some extra. So that'll make 4, and that'll make 4. And pyrotheum dust is redstone, sulfur, and blaze powder. which I think we have plenty of. Oh, we have pyrotheum dust. I don't even need to worry. There we go. So let's get this out. Hardened glass. Make a couple of them. And we're just gonna do atom ducts. We want the hardened. There we go, hardened fluid duct. So we need the envar and the glass. So we'll just go ahead and make those. Now we should be able to handle it. So if we put those and those, like so, now we shouldn't blow up. Perfect. Fire up the old Jennies again. Get the power flowing into here again. Perfect. I did go ahead and put the nullificator on here to get rid of the nullification chamber anyway, to get rid of the flint, excess flint, so this guy will just run forever. Look at that beautiful thing. Oh, it's gorgeous. Have we got any gas tier? Looky there. Looky at my gas tier. So we've only gotten 2, but that's pretty cool. I don't know that we really have a need for them right now, but it's always good to have extra, right? But I do think that's gonna do it for this episode. Look at all this craziness we made in order to just produce some quartz. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me as always. And until next time, y'all get out there, make some noise. See ya.